How do I get a like already? It just went live a second ago. That's awfully nice. Somebody's hanging around, waiting. And get the other things going. Raise your hands. How many watch Instagram feeds, like the live, that goes on? I'm connected. Well, Eugenio, thank you. Oh, we got somebody on. Oh, yes. How are you? Great. Oh, Joe from Harrisburg. How you doing, Joe? I've been talking to my buddy from Harrisburg who actually was part of me learning all about selling books. He was a young fella from Harrisburg I hired. I didn't know what I was doing. He didn't know what I was doing. He didn't know what he was doing. But we all learned together for free and sold about 4 million books. So that was nice. Hi from San Francisco. Wow, that's early. Well, 9 o'clock. About time you got up, right? About time. Let me get that going, everything going here. See what live. Let's see. Oh, where is? Oh, I lost that. Periscope. Where's Periscope? Oh, Periscope. Somebody's there. Somebody's there on Periscope. Anybody there on YouTube? I mean, not YouTube there. Yes, but now. Oh, okay. We're there on Periscope. Now, what about Facebook? Facebook. How is your Facebook? Facebook. Facebook Live. It's amazing how everything is live now anymore. And that seems to be where things are going. I get better reaction. I like being live. This fresh frozen stuff. And for years I was doing Facebook stuff, YouTube stuff, and taping them, putting them up, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Oh, okay, let's see, we got Facebook, okay. Now why is it wide there in Facebook and skinny up here on Facebook? So I guess it takes it and flips it around. I don't know what the heck happened. Oh no, that's the other one, that's not Facebook, that's why. Here is Facebook, okay. So Facebook is there. Okay, so anybody on Facebook? No, nobody on Facebook yet. Oh, I see, I matched the carpet back there, you see that? My black and white matches the carpet. You don't know how much work that takes to try to match everything. This doesn't come easily, It takes a lot of work to do all this, to dress like it. But it's fun. That's why I was listening to a book now about leadership and stuff like that, and there's conscious leadership, they sell it. And really the whole thing in life, is having fun. That's how I always thought, man, because life is such a struggle, And instead of, resistance in life, pushing against everything, if you're having fun, you're using a lot of energy, but you're not pushing against anything, you're just having fun. I mean, just think the things you love to do for fun, and how easy that is, and how, you can do it forever, and it doesn't matter how dark, how wet, or whatever it is, you can just keep doing it because it's fun until you drop of exhaustion. But when things are hard and not fun, then that's, all that resistance you have to push through to get there. So that's why I think, man, the key to anything is having fun. Favorite color, yellow, mellow yellow. That's what I think my favorite color is. It's just bright, loud, and obnoxious, and has to stop people. That's why I think the best 2 colors for advertising. It used to be, maybe in the new media, it's not anymore. But it's red and yellow, black, red, and black, yellow. That socks people in the eyeballs, when they see that. Oh, well, thank you. You're nice to say that. Somebody said, I look great. I look old. I think as I get old, I can't go for handsome and, virile and all those kind of things that manliness envisions at someone 30 years old. The best thing I could hope for is like cute. Maybe that's about the only thing I could go for, right? So all that stuff. But it's fun, and that's why fun actually creates that too, because you're having fun. That's attractive to other people, you know, and it's natural and you're fun. I mean, look at little kids, you know, when they have fun. I mean, they don't get tired of having fun, right? You get tired in life when you start doing stuff that you hate. Kids never get tired. Again, Daddy. You know, I remember putting my kid on my shoulder and running around the house with it, and I get exhausted after 5 minutes, and I put him down, and he says, again, Daddy, again. Wow, they never stop, you know, incredible energy. So we lose that, you know, when we get a grown-up and say, oh, how miserable life it is miserable, but that's the way to combat it. So it's not, you know, so trying, you're going to die at the end of this thing anyway, so what the hell? Who the hell's really winner? I think the real winners are the people having fun now. They're not waiting until they die. They're having fun now. So that's what the hell we got to do, I think. And that's what I hope my work does, is show you options. See, I mean, I don't know what you should do. I don't even know what the hell I should do. You know, I struggle with that every day of my life, so how the hell am I going to tell you or anybody else to do? But what I can do is show you options. Hey, just think about this, because this is what I've been studying for the last 50 years of my life, probably. You know, and the tools that are available. Hey, you didn't think about that because you didn't know there was a way to do it. You didn't know there was free money to do it. You didn't know that you could put something, you know, 2 to 2 together and get 5 over here. If you knew those two things to put together. That's what I do in my talk service and everything. And if you want to get knowledgeable how to do this, download in the title, you know, of today. I got a free download there. And how do you accumulate energies that you want to do and what you want to do in life? How to accumulate energy to do what you want to do and what you need to do in life. Yes, and that's through the fun aspect. I think that is the most way to get renewable energy and love. I mean, as I got older and whatever, I didn't realize love was a renewable energy. You have more people to love, it just creates more love. It's not a zero-sum game. And that's why with fun is not a zero-sum game. Drudgery is. You only have so much you can drudge through. But fun is insatiable. Okay, the download, the free download. I mean, this is what I'm trying to train people, how to get through Google to find stuff you really need. That fun, stuff that's fun and free, and you don't, because Google is really, truthfully, and you know this, it's all about people who want to get your money. You know, so that's the best place for people to get money from other people who have problems, okay? So you have a problem in your career, you have a problem getting this, you have a problem getting on it. Well, there's people there that are just, you know, it's full of sharks, you know, who figured out how to use Google to get your money. But now what I want to do is teach you how not to use Google that way. There's other ways to use it. Google is important, but it's taken over by people who are just figuring out how to get your money. So what you do is you start with that free download, letsgo.com/free, the number 5, the number 5, and then free, F-R-E-E. You know, and you download that. And you'll start seeing the techniques and sources that really cut through all that stuff. And I keep saying, you hear me all the time saying, you know, only, you know, when you're starting to research anything, only go to those things that are .gov or .org. Forget any .com, because these people are just too good at getting your money, and you won't survive, man. It's like coming to a gunfight with a knife, yeah, or something like that, or a pea shooter. You just won't survive that. So why bother? So what do I go over some items now that I think are sort of in the news, you know, that you should know about. Well, Amazon and Google, what was that? Well, Amazon and Google rule the internet. Yeah, probably. You know, it's always going to be some big guy wants to be bigger, and that's what it's all about. That's okay. You know, let them run. You know, and what to do though is learn how to use it. Learn how to use it properly. Just don't bitch. You know, you can bitch too. I mean, that's another aspect of life. You know, to improve life. But how are you going to use it? That's it. Just be careful. I mean, there's sharks in every waters. You know, Amazon and Google would turn out to be sharks, and then somebody else is going to take their place. So that's what to do, is how you're going to use it. Okay, would you sell some of your time to answer some questions I have? Yes, Kyle. I do sell my time real cheap, like $1 a minute, and we can spend 10, 15 minutes as long as you want at lesco.com, Lesko.com. .com and then /talk, T-A-L-K. And you'll see reviews there of how I'm able to help people. And that's satisfying to me that in 15, 20 minutes I could really help you and point you. And I send you links too that solve the problem. So I just don't say, hey, get out there. That's why I didn't like people like who are coaches like Tony Robbins and all these kind of people. Hey, get out there and do it. And here's why you're not doing it and do it. And then you get out there. Okay, now what do I do? Okay, I'm ready to do it. You don't know. Where the hell to go or whatever. So what I do is, okay, here's where to go. Here's a tool. I'm not telling you to go build a house because you're cool. No, I'm telling you to go build a house, build a life, and here is the hammer, here is the nails, here is the saw, here's all the things you need to do it. See, and that's what I appreciate what I do. So I don't consider myself a coach, but I say I am because I'm getting people to do stuff they really want to do in life. But more importantly, to try to get them the encouragement to do it is give them the tools to do it. Man, you don't know it. You want to start your own business. Okay, yeah, now I'm heft up. I could do my, but what do I do now? Where do I go? Where do I get the money? How do I do that? And that's what I want to do is give people practical advice, real tools in society, to get ahead. Can the Congress get free money to remodel the Rayburn building? I'm sure they will. They vote themselves raises and everything, so they'll do that. But here's some things in the news. Okay, we heard about Equifax, okay? That was in the news now. What happened? A breach of how many million people got their identity theft stolen from Equifax, okay? So what do you do with something like that? Okay, now Equifax is giving you, I think, you're the guy from the commercials. Yeah, years ago before I had gray hair. I did lots of commercials, and I paid for them all. Actually, I didn't pay for any of them, really. I got them for free, and there's ways to do everything for free. I mean, most of my money getting stuff for free, and that's why I want to touch people. The problem is to get attention and opportunities and not get drowned in all that fat cat's internet. You're right, and that's what the fat cats there are just to drain the hell out of you. So that's why I want to teach people the tools how to get there. Okay, now here, like the Equifax thing. Okay, Equifax I think is going to give you LifeLock or somebody like that, okay? Then there was another protection service, shamming LifeLock for its relationship. Okay, I think if I got this right, LifeLock, that's a protection service, okay, that you subscribe to and your identity is protected. Well, that's nonsense. Look at Equifax, who has more personal identity information on all of us than anybody else in the world. They got hacked, right? So hundreds of millions of people now have their identity all over. So I think what they're doing is giving people LifeLock to protect your identity from Equifax. Now, wait a minute. First of all, you're giving your information to identity, to LifeLock, to Experian, and they got hacked, right? So somebody has your data. So what you're going to do to solve that problem is give your information to another internet company that now also has your information and can get hacked. So you're doubling your chances of getting hacked instead of solving your problems, right? ID protection, password, manager's phony. Absolutely. And here's the most important thing about LifeLock. You Google LifeLock FTC. That's the Federal Trade Commission. Just Google that now. LifeLock Federal Trade Commission. They were fined twice by the Federal Trade Commission for screwing customers. And no one of the reasons were for not protecting their identity. And they cost them hundreds of millions of dollars. So we're worried about FTC LifeLock. Yeah, that's a Federal Trade Commission. So somebody is going to protect you from Experian, who let your information out by another company, and they'll probably charge you for it one way or another. That already been committed for letting that out, man. But most importantly, even if they weren't committed, it seems that you're just doubling your chances of getting your identity being stolen. If it's not one place, another. Now here, there's an article. Maybe I could get this here. Where I got it. There's a great article in the last day or two at the New York Times. Is it time to consider an identity protection service? Okay, see that? Is it time to consider an identity protection service? So you could Google that and see. They have 10 tips, and actually they go in here and say how it's a waste of money. I mean, they have all these experts, security experts and everything. You know, signing up also requires customers to entrust yet another corporate identity with their most sensitive data. Many of the same details stolen in the Equifax breach while entering into illegal agreements filled with fine print that leads consumers to give up more rights. So you're signing up to somebody else, a big corporation. Are you going to give up their rights again? The people who want to sell your stuff. You know. So some of the more important services also have questionable histories. The General Accounting Office, that's the government agency that is sort of like the bean counters, office, at least 16 federal enforcement actions have been taken against providers of identity theft protection. Financial institutions among them for various infractions, according to a March report. So 16 times now, the government went after these identity protection services for screwing over customers. LifeLock had to pay $100 million. This year, Equifax and TransUnion agreed to pay $23 million. You know, I personally think it's a waste of time, said Mr. Latam, a security analyst at the technology research firm Gartner. She is referring to services that they can scan in the dark web, the hard-to-find regions in the internet where, among other things, criminals trade stolen information. I assume my data is being sold on the dark web, she says. You should assume, you just assume it is stolen. And act accordingly. An estimated 17 million people, or about 7% of the United States population, 16 and older, are victims of identity theft. Okay, here's what they do. They have a couple things you can do. You say, put a credit freeze on your on experience, so that nobody, you're not going to buy anything on credit, that somebody's going to ask. And if you do, you call them up and change the credit freeze again. They used to charge for this, but now they don't, I don't think. But here they have 10 steps you should follow. 1, file your taxes as soon as possible. Why do you want to do that? Because it gives criminals less time to collect a refund in your name. Okay, ask your doctor's office for copies of your medical files. Why? A clean dated record is helpful if thieves attempt to claim files in your name. Okay, because they'll take the electronic files and you never get them. Go paperless. Signing up for electronic delivery of statements and notifications makes it more likely you'll be alerted to any changes. Okay, dedicate one computer or prepaid phone cell phone to all your online financial activity. It may sound extreme, but keeping your online banking and bill paying separate from your daily web browsing and email use makes your information harder to track. Open my Social Security account with the Social Security Administration. So if you open an account with the Social Security Office, then nobody else can. Okay, freeze your credit lines. That's what I told about that. The 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, all offer freezes, as done little known another credit reporting called Innovis, I-N-N-O-V-I-S. Sign up for free fraud alerts. Read your credit reports. Pull the free reports from each of the big 3 bureaus every 4 months, in effect becoming your own monitoring service. You can access one free report annually from each bureau at annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com. Consider free credit monitoring, but understand the terms first. Credit Karma. This is interesting. Okay, Credit Karma. This is free credit card monitoring. Will monitor your credit files at Equifax and TransUnion at no cost, but earns money by making offers for credit cards and other financial services to its customers. So if you sign up for the free credit monitoring, you're going to get hit with sales. That's all. The EU, especially Germany, recently had to case with Google. Yes, I'm sure. A lot of Europe, they're harder on all this stuff. The right to be forgotten. Yeah, after a crime after a crime a man committed in the past came to light online. I don't know if he won the case. No, I don't know, but they are tough. They're the people that sue Microsoft, and they sue everybody because they're more sensitive voters. Keep as few accounts as possible. You should always be vigilant about monitoring your credit, but having fewer accounts having fewer accounts make keeping track easier. Okay, there are 10 steps. You get them on that report here. Is it time to consider an identity protection service? Okay, and they have all the 10 things listed in detail there. Okay, let's see. Am I missing anything here? Okay, oh, my way up. Okay, that. Okay. Oh, here's something interesting. You know, colleges, there's no old people on college. Actually, there are, but in the elite colleges. Okay, 30% of the people in college, undergraduates, are adults. Okay, that means 25 or more. Okay, 20%, 30% of college students are adults. But in the unique universities, you know, the Harvards and Yale and Princeton's, less than 1%. So they're just taking the rich young kids. Yeah. And actually what's a problem is that high school students are shrinking. So the graduating high school students are shrinking. So if you're thinking about going to college, it's going to be easier to get in because people need more people. So that means even if you're 50 years old and get in. But remember, 50, 60 years old, about then you could go to college for free. And that's at state universities. That's at community colleges, state universities, anything that the government's supporting. You know, the age is usually about 60, sometimes it's 55 or 62 and things like that. But you go for free, or just like, you know, $15 a course, or some little thing like that. So that's pretty good. Let's see, tuition. Okay, somebody did a study on what are the best colleges for seniors. Okay, and they did it, and they're measuring, you know, tuition charges, student loan repayment rates, median future earnings, and adult-friendly factors like how many classes are offered in evenings and weekends when adult students are juggling jobs, families, and other responsibilities. So, so they're you know, really analyzing colleges that are, you know, adult-friendly. Okay, here's the most important thing: is only one for-profit university made it to the top 100. That's just another reason why you never want to touch a for-profit university. I mean, to my mind, I thought they're really aimed at people going back to school while they're still working and everything, because a lot of the classes are at home and they're very friendly, you know, to working people, because they're going to get so much money that you're going to go into hock for, and they're going to get, because they live off, 90% of their money comes from you getting a loan from the government. That's how they live, is they make you get a loan from the government. That's why they treat you so nicely when they call you and everything. They want to be your buddy, you know, and all that stuff. You don't want to talk to anybody else. You want to talk to me, because I'll show you how to pay for all this for free. You just have to pay it before you die somewhere else. So none of them made the, no, one made it, the top 100, okay? The number 4 colleges that are you know, adult-friendly. The number 1 institution is Golden Gate University in San Francisco, where 89% of students are over 25. 89%. And the median adult student earns $75,000 a year, 10 years after entering. You know, these other colleges, they're earning nothing. They're earning less than probably they started with. These for-profit universities, that's why the last administration had a big database that showed you how bad all these colleges were, that nobody was getting higher wages and all that kind of stuff. And this administration made them take down the information that was on a White House website, so you were able to see that before. Now you can't. Okay, so this Golden State University, the average student was making $75,000 a year after 10 years. Golden State also does well in measuring adult student friendliness, like how easy it is to transfer credits. A student may have completed 10 years ago. See, so after 10 years you come back and do that. So that's really cool stuff. And I think it's about, more importantly, if you're particularly a senior and you want to go, I mean, start at the junior college. I mean, just the rule of thumb is go to junior college first, get 2 years away for next to nothing. And if you don't have a lot of income, it'll be all paid for, with Pell Grants and everything else. So you won't have to put out any money at all. And that's the way to start. And then after that, get good grades, and then you go out and maybe pick something else after that. And you have good grades, then you can get a scholarship. Aloha, man, my first time tuning in from Maui. Wow, cool. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't know what came up. Oh, I know, I have a friend who's getting married out there now. Or is going to in about 6 months or something like that. We get one of these notices, that keep the date, kind of thing. And Maui, wow! So that sort of is my first time coming. It's difficult to get grants here in Hawaii. Is it difficult? I don't think so. I don't think it's any better. I mean, the last time I looked, they're more grant friendly than most states, to tell you the truth. So I would start looking. Now the thing. Hello from Binghamton. The first TV station I used to get in northeastern Pennsylvania was from Binghamton, New York. That's right. That's where I saw TV first, from the 50s. But if I could help you, in Maui, what I do is I do 3 custom research reports. One on showing you like 299 sources of extra money to live on. But I do those customized, and now I'm starting to package them. If you go to letsgo.com/tutor, T-U-T-O-R, you'll see on the left-hand side I have state one-stops. So I'm building some states now that are for the whole state. They're cheaper than me doing the custom, and I'm about 7 or 8 states now. The customs run like $80. These run like $60. Because I can get more leverage out of them this way. So I have that. Then also, to me, what's the best thing I have, I think, for the least amount of money, is the Let's Go Talk. So it's letsgo.com/talk, and you just choose a time, and I say, hey, yeah, that's good for me, and it usually is 90% of the time, and then we talk on the phone, and I'm able to understand quickly what you're looking to do and how to match up with the right free money sources to you to do that. And then at the end, I send you an email with all those links, so you go right to work. So you don't have to wait. Like these coaching services charge you $1,000 a month to do a year's worth of coaching, and then after that, okay, you finally figure out you're not happy, and you can be. But now, what the hell do? You got to go out and look money or help to do it. How do you do that? I short circuit all that nonsense. In 10 minutes, you're not happy. You don't have to me tell you that. and I can dig out from you exactly where your heart is, and really to find out specifically, you have to start on the path. So I could start you on the path in 20 minutes, and the money path, because that's what I mean. You may have an idea you want to be a baseball player or something like that, but actually you're probably not really sure. But I could get you going there so that you find something near there that really matches. See, we don't know what really to do because we don't know it yet, and you have to go out and build that. It's like artwork. Your life is a work of art. And that's the only way you're going to do it. You put some paint on, and then that gives you more ideas, and that's how you have to build a life that way. You don't have to. There's no such thing as a business plan for life. That's nonsense, because you don't know what the hell you're going to do next week, let alone 5 years from now. So you don't do that stuff. You know what you're doing now is wrong. Okay, that's all you have to know. You don't know exactly what you want to do, because you don't know. I don't know. Nobody's going to know until you start building that. And you do that by just getting away from what you are, start going towards something, and start feeling and see, hey, this sort of sounds nice. You don't fall in love at first sight, because you don't know what the hell you're looking at yet. So you got to find it. You got to build it. Whatever. Everything I started out really, the things that really were successful started from ideas that were really dumb. I didn't think they were at the time, but they didn't make sense in the world. And when you go out in the world and start, implementing something, you see something better. So you have to implement something to see something that you should have thought up the first time, but you'll never think of it the first time until you do the crappy stuff or the things you thought you had to do. That's how you build a life. Do something in life and whatever. Got to start somewhere. Absolutely. And if you're waiting for perfect, you're going to die first. because nothing's perfect. And you have to go out there and build perfect brick by brick. There's no shortcut, to getting perfect, and that's why it sounds about business plan. That's stupid, doing a business plan. Hey, Matthew, there is a George from Miami, Florida. I got your Florida resident ebook via Udemy. Oh, nice. Trying to get funding for training my wife and I with our small business. I need your help. You want to call? I mean, that's a good way, because I can get more of what you're about and use the tools you have there. I mean, if you order the Udemy thing for Florida residents, it's all in there, but I know it, because you got like 500 sources there, 400 something. I say 327 or something, but it's way more than that. and so let me pick your brain that way. The other thing to do is go to things like meetups. If you're an entrepreneur, whatever city you're in, go to the section in the course on meetups and look for entrepreneur meetups there. They cost nothing. It's other people like you trying to figure out what to do. See what people are doing. That's the way you do it. You don't, nobody could tell you what to do. I mean, somebody who's like a year ahead of you in the process, you will learn more from than anything else. So that's what to do, something like that. And that's what, and if that doesn't work for somebody, then another thing. I mean, you just think of a more general area. Let's say, maybe, I want to be a freelance writer, and how do I get money doing that? Well, I mean, in there too I have, well, how do you get government contracts for writing, see, or anything? And it shows you who to contact, the free services that are available for you to get those contracts, or jobs really, but you're doing it at home because you're a freelance writer. And that becomes a business and costs you no money to do. So that's so many ways. Business incubators is another way. Yeah, you're right. They're on Periscope, talking about, and they have them in Florida too. Join one of those and see what's going on. See what's, how other people are doing it and where the opportunity is for you. Will you do Rhode Island soon for the state one-stop grant? It's so small, so small. Email me. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. Let's go freeradio@gmail.com. Let's go freeradio@gmail.com. And we'll work something out, and I want to get you going. Let's Go isn't a contradiction. Support capitalism and at the same time criticize the fact. Is it? Yeah, it is. I don't know. If every, first of all, you're saying that statement. Am I contradicting myself by making fun of fat cats and also supporting capitalism? Well, I want to use capitalism. I mean, the first thing is your life. I mean, the problem to me is a fat cat, and not all of them, a lot of nice people, I'm sure, but you get caught up in only wanting money. So everything you do is, is for money. And if you're living for that in life, I think that's a waste of life. I mean, it's an important part of life or whatever, but why is accumulating stuff an important part of life? I don't think it is, and no religion says it is, right? Well, maybe somebody makes up their own to justify it, and that becomes the bottom line for everything, I mean, why is education only for profit? Why is things like, why do we have a military, that's turning into a problem? We're hiring, professional soldiers, these black ops people, that aren't fighting for their country, they're fighting for money, I don't know. I don't want to live my whole life, with my pocketbook and not my heart. Isn't your heart important? Isn't giving important? I'll tell you the truth. I mean, at my age, and I always felt this, it was a conflict always, that giving is the most unselfish thing you could do in life, and why, and I think our life, like love is expandable. I mean, I didn't understand that until I had more than one child, and so the more you give, the more you have. And we think money is a zero-sum game, that I have to screw you so I have more money. I don't think that's right. You know, and so that's the basic of capitalism. How much money can I get from you, right? Yeah. And how clever can I be to get that money? You know, because if I get more money, then you'll have less. You know, and I don't think that's right. If you do, good for you. I mean, I don't know what to do. I'm guessing. We don't give any more because the government takes too much. Well, maybe so, but that's not the cause of you not giving. There's other ways to give them than money. But you're right, you have to feed yourself first, and you have to take care of yourself. You have to be responsible and do all that. And that's certainly true. And so you'll do a lot of things, not for love, but just to pay the bills, so you're not a burden on society. And that's very important. But why, like in this tax bill, why are we going to, you know, shrink the government more or less and give 80% of what we're saving to millionaires? That's right. This new tax thing, 80% of the money that we're not going to collect in taxes is going to go to people making $1 million or more. And so, you know, why are we doing that? Why are we doing that when we have kids that, you know, we have so many problems? Why we give them so much money to people who don't need it? Yeah, that's I don't understand it. I mean, we have some philosophy, I guess. Maybe that's part of capitalism. Is that, well, if they get more money, they'll create more jobs. And, well, in the last 50 years, we've been doing that, and they haven't created more jobs. The average income for a working person has stayed the same in 40 years. No increase at all in wages. But the rich, they're getting more and more and more and more and more. So why, if it hasn't worked in the last 40 years, why is the next 10 going to be any different? You know? Anyway, but that's here nor there. The important thing is that you're doing something you think is important. You're doing something that you could support yourself with. You're doing something that is also good. But I think, so why support capitalism then? Well, because all the others haven't worked too well. But it's like everything. I don't think it's bad. It is just the extremes. The extremes of anything is bad. Ice cream is great, right? But if you eat it all day, every day, man, you got a short life. Help to start nonprofits, right? I mean, it's a balance. And you know, just the same way that government can't solve any problem, business can't solve every problem either. I mean, that's why I think to be an ideologue, you know, to only believe in one way in life is intellectually dishonest. You know, there are tools in life that we have to use and balance, and some things are good for something, some things are good for anything, and that's the way to do it. I use food banks. See, okay, yeah, exactly. Now, and they're all over, and people need that. So we have food banks. So here's another thing on food. This today in the paper. What we're doing is we're wasting, listen to this, 37 million tons of food each year in America. 37 million tons of food we just waste, we throw away. We cook it, we prepare it, whatever, and don't eat it. And we throw it away. We put it in the refrigerator and it goes bad and it doesn't occur. Here's what researchers found was staggering. A typical person wasted 3.5 pounds of food per week. 3.5 pounds of food. Only a third consisted of inedible parts such as bones and banana peels, and the remaining edible trashed food, you know, was prepared food, mostly leftovers, followed by fruits and vegetables, baked goods, liquids, and oils. So we're wasting all that. So that means like a third of your budget for food, you know, could be saved. You know, you don't have to spend it if you didn't throw all this stuff away. You know, so that sort of was interesting. Also, by the way, talking about capitalism, I mean, it is, you know, one of the things I think we've seen in society, and I'm sure this is debatable and you have another issue about it, is kids. What happens to a child 1 to 4 years old is the most important thing in developing a person in life. So if we want to take care of our people, our neighbors, and things like that, what we're doing with children is very important. That's why other countries who don't have as many problems, social problems, do that. We know in New York, they just gave free kindergarten for everybody at 4-year-olds. So 4-year-olds, because what's happening, the rich people, they don't have to worry about the rich people. It's the people that aren't rich, you know, and they don't have the development. The child, when he hits kindergarten or first grade, so he's behind. So always behind and always have problems and have learning problems. So that's why, you know, in New York City, they give free child care, free daycare, child care, early education, pre-K, you know, to every 4-year-old in the city. And that went now, full day, pre-kindergarten, is now at 53,000 kids, 53,000, and it was at 19,000, you know, just a year or two ago. So it went up from 19,000 to 53,000. New York also has free college tuition for people making up to $100,000 a year. You go to school for free. Now, what can be better than that? I mean, we're educating people. Why are we burning people? I mean, why do people, millionaires, have to get a tax break on a mansion they build? Yeah. And a kid starting in college from a middle-class family or low-income family has to be in debt with $40,000 when he graduates. That's what I mean about where we put the money. Sort of tells what you think is important. And I think kids and young people and everything, they're the important. They're what America's going to be, not us old farts. You know, we're has-beens. You know, so how do we invest in those people that are going to be something tomorrow? That's the important thing we have to take care of. And let's see. Oh, what's another one? Oh, the college. Yes, I did that. Oh, yeah, it's here. The Tax Policy Center estimates that 80% of the tax cuts, the proposed tax cuts, will go to people with incomes of $1 million or more, with the average person. So every millionaire in this tax cut is going to get $250,000 free money. Every millionaire under this tax cut is going to get $250,000, actually $230,000. So they're going to get $230,000, and maybe you'll get 100. Why are we doing that? Well, I don't know. Oh, and also the Obamacare. Somebody said they signed up for Obamacare, and now, I mean, look now, because today is open for Obamacare. They're not advertising it because they hope nobody signs up. They want to kill this thing, at least the current administration. But it's the only game in town, you know, and you need health care, I think, you know. But I guess a lot of people don't believe that. But your family, that's going to ruin you. More people go bankrupt now. We're back up to high bankruptcies because of health care costs. So more and more people are going bankrupt because of health care costs. Who can afford to live in New York City? Fat cats supporting each other. You betcha. Okay. Now, there seems to be two things. People say that the Obamacare is going to be more expensive. Yes, it is for some people, because what they did, one of the things that the president, I think he signed, whatever he signs in the White House there by doing a proclamation that cuts out the money that was given to low-income people to pay for co-pays and down payments. So that means those people who were eligible for that are going to lose about $4,000 a year. And so that's what's been cut off. This was a subsidy that was given because so many of the insurance packages have high deductibles and high co-pays. So that's like having no coverage at all if you can't afford the copay. So that's why there was this money in there, you know, to pay for that for people making up to about $50,000. But there's also money for people making up to about $50,000 for people who signed up with Obamacare.gov. Now, not state plans, but on those that are using Obamacare.gov. It's very complicated. I'm not sure about what I'm saying, so you should contact people. That is actually cheaper now because those payments are left in, and you could get coverage for as little as $100, you know, if you don't make up the $50,000 or more. And so that's important to know. Now, again, it depends on where you live. There's all kinds of things. Get with somebody in your state. I would start now because I think the enrollment period is only like, you know, 60, 90 days or something like that, if that. I forget what it is. But they made them enrollment period short. So get on the phone now. If you have to wait, fine. You know, sit on your phone and play Minecraft or whatever heck you want to do to waste the time, and make sure you get answers to what's right in your state. Don't trust me. Don't trust all these other people maybe trying to scare you, trying to help you, or overblow things. No. Get it from the horse's mouth. You all have access to it. Everybody does. Don't trust people who are telling you what life is. Because people say, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining, it's raining. And if you're not looking out the window, you think it's raining, right? You got to go open the goddamn window and look. Talk to somebody else than people who have something to sell you, whether it's just their self-importance or whatever the heck it is. So you want to get out there and find the facts, and you can do that. It's available, and you just got, it may take work. And if you have trouble with any of that, call your elected official. Say, hey, I'm trying to sign up for Obamacare. I can't get through to any of these people. I need help. And then you call your elected official. How do you find them? Contact either 211 or your local library and beat on those suckers. Say, I want you elected official, because they want to help you, because if their whole staff is just there to help you with problems like this. So they'll help you, you'll get it solved, and then you'll vote for the person for the rest of your life. And that's what they want. They stay long enough, they get enough people that feel they owe them a vote because they helped them. And they're there forever. And now you can't get rid of them. Okay, so you want custom work? It's lesgo.com/tutor. You want to talk? lesgo.com/talk. You want to download some free lessons on how to find free money on the internet? It's lesgo.com/5free. And also, I have a lot of courses on Udemy. I'm putting more on it. Lesgo.com/course. Of course, it's course. Lesgo.com/course. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. And you can reach me at lesgofreeradio@gmail.com. And if I don't answer, beat on me in 2 days, because this old fart forgot. I do most things myself nowadays, and it's fun. Business idea, yeah, let's talk. That was, what was your email again? I sent you an email about one-stop grants. Yeah, Let's Go Free Radio. Let's Go Free Radio. Let's see, I'll write it in here on YouTube. Let's Go Free. Criminals Who, I highly encourage everyone to download the 5 free. Oh, this is somebody say, yeah, it's not a scam. I'm sending you the 5 free ones. Criminal Zoo says, I highly encourage everyone to download the 5 free resource, a wealth of information. Yeah, it's my best 5. If people top me on the street, where should I go? To solve some problem, I tell them to start with this. It's not the end. It's not going to solve every problem, but it's a start. That's what you have to do, and then you build on that. That's what life is. Not getting one answer to anything, because it doesn't. It's taking that and building from that. And that's what the best we could do, and that's what I'm going to do in my work, because I think that's the only honest thing to do. Everyone that says that they have the answer for you for the rest of your life is full of shit. or the luckiest person you'll ever meet in the world, but they feel they have to say that to get your money, and I just don't want to do that kind of stuff anymore. So let me know, how can I help? I'll be around at least 20 more years. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Robert. Take care. Take care.